Yo, what's up everybody, Holding Ass with you here, bringing you Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaibe anime review. This was episode 9, titled The Tamari Demon and the Arrow Demon. This was a very battle heavy episode, great stuff. It continues with the Tamari Demon. She keeps throwing those little metal ball things in the house and she's wrecking the whole house. And it comes to one point where she almost hit that female doctor that Tanjiro was talking to, but her student Yashiro stepped in and he took the hit and his whole head blew off. He recovered because he's a demon, but it took some time. And while this was going on, you have Tanjiro dodging and swinging his sword, hitting the balls, but every time he cut them or whatever or slapped them away, they kept on following him and just hitting him off. They wasn't doing that much damage because he was cutting them in half, so he was only taking half the damage, not full force like Yashiro did, but he was still taking those hits. And Yashiro was like, you have to cut the arrows or follow the arrows, not follow the balls. And Tanjiro was confused because he couldn't understand what he meant. So Yashiro thought, okay, if you can't understand what I mean, that means you can't see the arrows. So he used this weird paper and he stuck it to his head, to Tanjiro's head, and Tanjiro, on that paper, a red seal came up and his eyes glowed and he was actually able to now to see the invisible arrows. Because what's going on is that Tamari Demon, she's throwing the balls at the house, but the guy that's with her, the Arrow Demon, he's taking the arrows from his palm and he's infusing them into her balls where she throws them, and because of this combo, she's able to throw them with her maximum force, but he's actually the one controlling where they go. So it's a pretty good tag team because you got one with speed and control, and the other one just has power and endurance. So these balls are moving extremely fast, but they're durable and they hit heavy. And thanks to the Arrow Demon controlling them, it's kind of hard for him to actually dodge them. So he's just been blocking them and slapping them away. But now that he can actually see Tanjiro, thanks to Yashiro, he's actually cutting these guys down, and he actually went up and he cut off both the arms of the female demon, which was the Tamari Demon. Unfortunately, her regen, he just stated himself that it was extremely quicker than even Yashiro's was, and she regrew her arm. And on top of that, she grew 4 more arms, so now she has 6 arms. So now she's looking like Toguro from Mortal Kombat, and I'm like, okay. But then you have this one panel where the brother and sisters, they were trying to fight them, but they really couldn't. They was doing really, really bad. So Yashiro stepped in after he's fully recovered. He was like, me and your sister, we'll take on this female demon, the one that's throwing the balls, the Tamari Demon. You take care of the one with the arrows. So that's what happened, and it switched from being brother and sister versus these two demons, and then ended up being Nezuko and Yashiro versus the female demon and Tanjiro versus the male one. And Tanjiro, every time he got close to hit the guy in the neck, to cut his neck off, the guy would use his arrows to mess up with Tanjiro's footwork, throwing him off balance, and he was never able to land a clean hit. And he was tossing him around like a rag doll with all the arrows. So Tanjiro had to find a way to hit him, but at the same time dodge his arrows, because the arrows are doing massive damage. So what he did was he combined 2 forms. He combined his 3rd form with his 6th form. He used the spinning technique of the 3rd form with the footwork of the 6th to move in and spin around, and he used that to make a water vortex, and he gathered all the arrows in there, and then he spun sideways, and he ended up cutting the guy's neck off. And that was the end of the episode. Which, again, this was a really heavy battle episode, really great stuff. The art and animation was beautiful. That's one thing about Demon Slayer that has really intrigued me. Besides its nice story, the artwork and animation and its fight scene and choreographic is all amazing. I have to say, in 2019, if this doesn't win any type of anime award, I'm gonna be mad. But we also have Nezuko. She also lost her leg in this episode in the fight, and she was massively bleeding from her leg, and the doctor went to give her medicine, and it's weird because she's a demon. She should be able to regen, but some odd reason she's not regening. And on top of that, her blood is not stopped flowing. It just continues to bleed out like she's human. So we don't really know if Nezuko is fully demonized, or maybe she's like in a half state. So maybe she still has a human body, but a little bit of a power boost because of her demon blood. But it seems like she's out of the battle. And we also see that through this episode like 2-3 times, when she looks at the female doctor, which is a demon, and her student Yashiro, she sees her mom and little brother, and she gets angry, but then she gets sad because like she's angry that she can't protect them, but she's sad because she remembers her, her family. So it's like she has these conflicted emotions while she's fighting this powerful demon. So, and we also find out that these two demons are from a group called the 12 Moon Demons, and these 12 demons are actually all under the main villain. So that's very interesting to see. I believe his name is Kimetsu. Probably butchering his name. I always forget the main villain's name. But the episode was really good. We got some really good information about the 12 demons, which means these are 2 of the 12, which means 10 more. It's not funny, but it's kind of weird to see Nezuko, who's demonized, take damage and not regen, and like she actually feels it. You can tell from her facial expression she feels the damage. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. But it looks like she's out of the battle. So I don't know how they're gonna take out the female one. And when it comes to the male demon, even though the episode ended with her head getting cut off clean by Tanjiro's sword, I don't think it's gonna end that easily. I mean, these guys are the 12 moon demons, which are under Kimetsu, so I mean, you have to imagine that they're a lot stronger, and it's gonna take more than just a head cut off. But I could be wrong. But the fact that they ended the episode with his head getting cut off, but his body hasn't disappeared yet, that's kind of weird. It's giving out some red flags vibes, but I could be wrong on that one. But yeah, this was a great episode. Great stuff went down. Can't wait for next week's episode. But yeah, this is episode 9 of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. If you have not watched it, everybody go watch it. If you already watched it, go watch it again. Great episode, great stuff. But that's all I have for you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Share with your family and friends. Give this video a like. Follow me on Twitter, link me down below, and tell me down below in the comment section what you think about this episode and what you like and didn't like. Tell me how you guys feel so far, 9 episodes in on Kimetsu no Yaiba Demon Slayer. Tell me, do you like it? Do you hate it? Who's your favorite so far? But that's all I have for you guys. Peace out and have a good one.